Hello and welcome to the TCPC podcast. I'm here with Melanie.
Hi.
And Emily.
Morning.
And my guest Phil.
Morning.
And today we have questions for Phil. Number one, how's your day been so far, Phil?
So far, I just woke up. I just got off my night shift at 7 o'clock this morning.
Oh.
And I came home and fed the dog, tried to get some sleep, and the dog didn't want to go to bed. So we're trying our best right now.
Oh. What shift? Like, where do you work?
I'm a gas controller for Fortis BC.
Okay.
So I work in Burnaby right now. So my shift is from 7 at night to 7 in the morning. Yeah. So I monitor the transmission pipeline for Fortis for all of BC.
All of BC, huh?
That's important.
Very important.
Yes. It can be, yeah.
What is that?
Usually night shifts are pretty uneventful. We're more we're monitoring for the most part, trying to make sure everything.
Yeah.
Emergency relief, basically.
Yeah.
So
But yes, it is important.
What is a bad day at work then for you?
A bad day would be like probably the worst type of day would be a pipe rupture. So I know, like, I don't know if I didn't hear about it until I moved here, but Enbridge had a pipe rupture in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
And that was really bad. It was just out by Prince George, and we almost lost gas all of Vancouver, and then also luckily it was out in the middle of nowhere basically, but we almost there was huge fireball, big explosion, and all that. It's a massive amount of gas that they transport, because it also goes to the States as well.
Wow.
So
crazy.
it can be quite dangerous.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
We don't want you to have a bad day at work then.
Exactly.
No.
So luckily the design and how these pipelines are built they're very, very safe. So, but doesn't mean it can't happen.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
But so far so good. Day's going well so far. I'm here with Jack, so I'm pretty pumped. So
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, we're gonna move into the challenging part of the day.
The TCPC this or that question.
Yeah, I heard about these. These are famous.
Yeah, are they now?
Well, we'll start you off with some easy ones.
All right, number one, truck or car?
Truck.
All right, Mel, go ahead. Your turn.
Ford or Chevy?
Ford.
Ah, you're so quick.
Right?
Okay. We know the answer to this one, but we have to ask it anyways. Apple or Android?
Android.
Oh.
Obviously, I have an iPhone. But Android.
All right, Jack.
Netflix or Disney Plus?
Oh. I guess Netflix just because of the amount of content, but Disney's got some amazing things too, and they're just getting better and better. We'll see. Right now it's Netflix. It could change though.
It could change.
All right. Hockey or football?
Hockey.
Who's your team?
Oilers. Nah.
Oh, come on!
You gotta play. Yeah, you gotta go for the Oilers. You're all
The
fair enough.
Oilers.
You got.
What about the Flames then?
No. We're Edmonton.
Flames.
You can't go to the Flames. That used to be a Flames
Calgary.
when I was a kid, but
He jumped ship.
switch up.
Yeah, he jumped ship.
All right.
Yeah.
Ski or snowboard?
Oh, I ski.
Okay, Jack.
I can't really say they're both pretty sweet. As long as you're on
Okay.
the mountain.
Yes, that's
Yes,
true.
that's true.
PlayStation or Xbox?
I gotta go with PlayStation.
PlayStation.
That's what I first grew up on. That's what my mom bought me when I was however old. So
Okay.
Mac,
OS.
OS, or Windows?
I'm a Windows guy.
Windows.
I've never used a Mac OS, so I don't even know what it's like anymore. But I'm a Windows boy.
You're Jack's favorite, right, Jack?
Windows?
No,
Yeah.
Mac.
I've gotten to love the operating. I wouldn't say love, but I've gone to like it because of its features. It has.
Yeah, Mac has really good accessibility features. So you can change all sorts of settings, and they're built in. It's pretty easy to access. So
Yeah, there's There's one thing to be said about a Mac, like they know what they do. Like, they're awesome products.
Yeah.
I just haven't had one for a while, so.
Yeah.
But absolutely.
All right, breakfast or dinner?
Could I say breakfast for dinner?
Ah, you can do that, sure.
That's my favorite.
Well,
But I would say breakfast. If I was going to say one or the other, I'd say breakfast.
Perfect. This leads into the next
well,
one.
yeah. Speaking of breakfast, waffles or pancakes?
Waffles. Waffles for sure. They're crispy and soft.
You know what I
Right.
saw on one of the signs that it's on Start Automotive, and they're like, waffles are just pancakes with abs. And I
Yeah,
giggled.
yeah.
And
Yes.
Yeah.
That's actually
Yeah.
So,
that's a good one.
but waffles you can have sweet or savory.
Yes, you can.
Yes, sweet or savory.
Waffles are so good. Actually, I follow this Instagram person, and they actually made a cookbook specifically for waffles,
Oh.
for like waffle sandwiches and like making like
Mm-hmm.
And now
Sandwiches.
they're awesome. You can do anything with waffles, and like pancakes are like you said, they're just one thing. It's just a pancake. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So coffee or tea?
Coffee or coffee. I just finished mine, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You're
Well.
going to be having a lot of coffee later by the sounds of things.
Yep.
Well.
Yeah.
This tough customer only drinks tea.
Yeah, I don't drink coffee.
That's not a tough customer drink. You can't be a tough customer and say, "Can I have some more
That's how we
tea?"
going.
Yeah, exactly.
One little, just one bag, please.
Yeah.
We gotta take it out. Take it out.
Yeah.
It is tough customer because I don't need coffee like the rest of you.
Oh, I see.
She says that.
But do you feel tough when you're like, "Could you warm up my pot, please?"
No, not really.
No. It's like I need a refill.
Want my
That's
black coffee.
My black coffee.
Your black
Right?
coffee.
All right, Phil, Krispy Kreme or Tim Hortons donuts?
Oh, Krispy Kreme.
Mm-hmm.
They're so good, but they're like a treat.
Yes.
You can get donuts at Tim Hortons anytime. Krispy Kreme's like
A special occasion.
that's high level awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Johnny Cash or Elvis?
Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah.
Elton John or David Bowie?
Oh, that's a tough one.
Right.
I like Elton John.
Okay.
Elton John.
That's Jack's
I
favorite.
think we watched that movie like not too long ago, and it was
Yeah.
Did you see?
So-
You saw that one. Did you see Bohemian Rhapsody?
I haven't yet actually. That was one that's on our list.
Okay.
But apparently that's supposed to be amazing as
Bohemian
well.
Rhapsody's
Right.
good too.
So I've seen both, and I always ask people if they've seen both because I think once you've seen both, it inspires some really cool conversation
Yeah.
about
Oh, really?
like not that you could compare the two artists, but their storylines are similar. So it's just interesting to talk about the movie making itself. Which one you
Oh.
think was better? Yeah. So
Oh, okay. We'll have to watch it and we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
'Cause I'd be curious, like, just the way it's made or the conversations that come out of the movie are different, or?
a little bit of all of that. It's pretty
Oh,
cool.
okay. Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have to watch it.
All right, James Bond or Indiana Jones?
Oh, James Bond.
Oh, I'm
Okay.
surprised. Okay.
Yeah, James Bond for sure. Though, I haven't seen it's been a long time since I saw a lot of the older stuff. but
Yeah.
The new stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so good. Yeah,
pretty
it's
good.
all awesome.
All right, Jack. Last one.
Yeah, last one. Star Wars or Harry Potter?
Oh, Star Wars.
Oh!
Neva was Harry Potter for sure.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
she was.
She was.
Yeah.
She was. Yes, I do remember when I did her.
Did
Which
she talk about how she's a Hufflepuff or what?
She didn't actually.
no, she didn't. But
Because
she.
she's not.
She's
But-
gonna be so mad at you for saying that.
Yeah, she's definitely she's a Gryffindor, as she says.
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Which
yeah, so-
brings me to another thing. If you haven't already, go check out the one we did with Neva. It was actually quite funny, actually. Unfortunately, Mel wasn't there, but I mean, it was quite. It was actually quite funny. Actually,
Good.
I actually listened to it back, and it was actually quite funny.
Yeah, she's quite humorous. She's quicker. She's got a quicker wit than I do. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a character.
Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. But that's why we all love her so much.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
All right, we're going to jump back into a little bit of your past. Phill, are you ready?
Well, we'll try our best.
All right.
Number 3. Tell us about the time you were most scared.
Most scared.
Hopefully not when you were at work.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah, not too many times at work. I could probably come up with a good work story. Actually, I'm just trying to think. As a kid, I think the hardest part or the most scary thing for me was moving to Edmonton when I was just in grade 8 or whatever. Just something new. It was very I don't know. It was just so used to growing up in a small town, and I wasn't too jazzed about moving to a big city. So,
Especially at that age, that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
yeah, and everyone in the town, and anyone who's around here, I imagine you kind of know everyone in the town. So it's tough when you're you lose all your friends and whatnot. Especially when unlike Neva, who was destined to be in BC. I love the mountains. I love being there. So
Yeah.
But yeah, that was probably one of the at least hardest things I had to do. The time I was most physically scared is probably when I did my bungee jump in New Zealand when I was traveling there.
Yeah, that'd be awful.
It was the second, or it's the highest bungee in the southern hemisphere, I guess.
Yeah.
And that was very terrifying. And the guy didn't help me at all because he basically said if I didn't jump right when he told me to, I would get tangled up in the other bungees and probably just die.
Oh my god, that's
What?
terrifying.
Yeah. So I think that was his chance at trying to be motivating, and he failed.
He failed
But
miserably, yeah.
we still did it. I have a video somewhere, but it was
What?
good times.
Why did you do that?
I was traveling there with a friend of mine, and we were stuck in Queenstown, and there was we saw the town before, so I just thought, well, why not? It's here.
It's here.
It's here. Why not? You don't go to New Zealand every day, so you might as well challenge yourself a little bit.
And go get terrified? Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it was definitely terrible. My friend didn't come with me. She decided
bailed?
that wasn't needed in her
Bailed.
life. So, yeah, so I was all scared by myself. But yeah, I wish I could show you a picture. It was the peak-to-peak chairlift, or
Yeah.
that thing at Whistler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like jumping off that, but
Oh,
in the middle
Oh,
of it.
jeez.
Oh.
that's gross.
Well, have you done the zip lining up at Whistler?
I haven't yet. I think we want to try and go up there a little bit more, but we haven't had a chance to get back up there since COVID. So, but
Mel conquered
No.
her fear of heights and went and did the zip line.
Yeah.
Just crying basically the whole
Yes,
time.
I'd like to say I wept gently.
Wept gently.
But no, it was full on terror.
Terror.
But I did it. I completed the whole thing. And now, I didn't have a fear of heights, and then in my 20s, I ended up developing this fear. I don't know why. And then it changed. And then I got afraid of airplanes, and then I got afraid to cross on BC ferries, when you walk on, you go across kind of the gangplank. That was getting scary for me. And I thought, you know what? I've got to fix this, and I got to fix it fast. And I didn't want to pay for years of therapy. So
Years of therapy.
yeah, I just went up there and ripped the Band-Aid off.
Ripped the Band-Aid off?
All
Yeah.
3 of my kids were there, and
All 3, eh?
Yeah.
oh wow!
So I
all
did it.
watching you.
Yeah, they all
All
watched
3.
me. And then at the end they're like, "Oh, Mom, do you know when we did the number 4 or whatever?" And I'm like, "I didn't see anything. Don't ask me about the view. I didn't look at the beautiful mountains. Nothing.
Nothing.
It was just sheer terror." So I applaud the fact that you did that zip line, not the zip line, the bungee, just because it was there. Those experiences are huge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm the same as you. I have an extreme fear of heights, and
Okay.
same thing. I got it when I was, in my teens or something. I have no idea. All of a sudden, I just walked up to doing a hike or going to the cliff one day, and it's just my stomach dropped.
Right?
So
Oh, yeah.
I don't know where it came from. Same thing.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So
So
yeah,
you-
but definitely worth it if you ever get a chance to do even a small bungee. They're
Yeah.
super fun.
Yes, yeah.
So did it fix your fear of heights? Are you over it now?
No, absolutely not.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
One of my, actually, I should mention, it was pretty funny when I first came up. Obviously, I'm already scared, and you're on this little lift as you moved out to the platform that you jump off of. And there's a guy with his girlfriends, and she's just bawling, basically what you just described. And she's like, "Don't make me do this. Don't make me do this." And the guy's like, "You're already tied up. Just go."
Just do it. Yeah.
He did it, and then she came back up, and I'm pretty sure they broke up.
Oh!
Wow!
She was screaming at him, and that did not
Wow!
my situation. So
Right?
but I can see some people get a little terrified, and I was one of those.
Yeah.
Definitely worth the excursion.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, maybe you need to fine tune your fear conquering with the zip line when COVID goes away.
Yeah.
I recommend it. I recommend it.
COVID,
Yeah,
yes.
actually.
COVID's blocked everything from happening. So.
Yeah, all the fun activities are kind of shut down for now.
COVID. Well, we have a vaccine. Well, apparently we have a vaccine, but I mean.
Yeah, they're supposed
Apparently.
to roll it out.
Yeah.
I've seen a couple videos of people getting them.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It'll take time.
Yeah.
We'll get there though.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about it.
Yeah.
Just more time at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, right? Yeah.
Get to annoy Neva some more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, question
Good.
4.
It's good otherwise.
Whose turn is it? Yours?
I think it's my turn.
Yeah.
So we kind of already answered this question because we talked about heights, but what is your biggest fear?
Oh, well, that wouldn't be my biggest fear. I don't know what my biggest, I guess I have like a bunch of small fears or fears in general. I think some of the things that I'm most afraid of are just like, I guess maybe like social anxieties and stuff, like
Yeah.
public speaking and
Oh yeah.
I guess at my old job and stuff, being like a leader, like giving orders, kind of like being a leader, I suppose, not knowing the right answer and stuff. I think that scares me most, especially when you're dealing with like dangerous situations.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
That can get to me, like physical stuff, and usually I can get over that kind of stuff. But I guess it's the unknown, maybe. I'm not
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I think that's like a fear for everybody is not knowing, or
Yeah.
like not having control of something.
Yeah, exactly. So, but yeah, that would probably be like the social aspects.
Yeah.
Strangely enough, yeah. I guess most of my life I've been kind of an introvert, and being that I moved to Edmonton and then moved out here, and
Yeah.
I've been always kind of like a guy who likes to stay at home and kind of keep to his own.
Yeah.
So, I guess when you put me in a large situation where I'm in control, then it gets a little scary, I suppose. But get on that. Hopefully this year, gonna start doing some Toastmasters or something.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, try some different stuff. But again, yeah, that would probably be it, I would think. Nothing too exciting.
No, that's okay.
Yeah. Well, COVID, like we talked about COVID.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not too scared of that, but
Yeah, exactly.
sorry, I don't leave my house, so.
Well, exactly, right?
Yeah. And the nice thing at my current job right now, I only work alone, so
Oh, that's
it's just
nice.
me,
Yeah.
so it's not too bad.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That might kill me.
Working by yourself?
Yeah.
Working by-
Like for.
I mean,
like
you
a
already
12-hour
do basically.
Yeah.
What?
Oh,
What are you saying?
well, because
We hang out.
I mean, we hang out, but I mean,
Working in a school isn't really a lonely place.
well,
No.
not really, but I mean,
No, there's no privacy.
No. Not
No.
Really.
No.
not really. Yeah. I mean,
Well, there are places.
well,
where,
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
toilet and.
yeah.
Mel dropped her phone right.
Oh
on-
yes.
Oh.
Oh, her toilet phone.
Right in the toilet?
Right in there.
Yeah. So, anyways, I never carry my phone around with me. I'm old school. But then at work now with COVID and everything, a lot of people communicate using their phones. So I thought I would get in the habit of carrying my phone around, and I did, and I forgot it was in the back pocket of my jeans. So it was time to go to the bathroom. So I went to the staff bathroom and did my thing and got in the position, and I pulled my jeans down, like as you do, and I forgot my phone was there, and it dumped right in the toilet.
Don't.
And I had a split second of horror, and then I had to fish it out. So I went elbow deep in the Westview Secondary staff toilet to fetch my phone. Then I had to like scrub, because this is also not just the staff, well, it's a toilet, but it's also the staff toilet, so I know exactly who's using it, which doesn't help. And then you add COVID on top of that, and it was just, I mean, if I could have, like, I don't know, microwaved everything to kill it, I would have. So, needless to say, it's an iPhone, and it didn't die. It was Lysol wiped and ran under hot water, and my arm was raw from scrubbing.
Months, didn't it?
Yeah, it worked. I finally just got a new phone. So, proud to say I don't have my Westview toilet phone anymore. But
well, there you go.
yeah.
At least the nightmare is over.
Well, yeah, and so I guess if we're talking about our weird stuff, I would probably say heights for me, and clearly I have some germ problems. So,
Germ problems.
right? Yeah, germ problems.
That's fair.
Yeah.
I can see that, especially after an experience like that.
Yes. Yeah, and like I said, it was a staff toilet. Like, I think it would have been equally as gross if it had been like the toilet at McDonald's or something. But the fact that I know and I've seen staff coming out of that bathroom, that's a whole visual I wish I didn't have. It's gross.
I totally understand.
Right?
That would be awful.
Yes.
And it wasn't even really your fault.
No.
Like, it's just like coincidence. That sucks.
Right, but guess now who doesn't carry their phone around, which is why I lost track of time and was late coming, because I'm sure if I looked at my phone now, which is in the top right-hand drawer of my desk, I would see probably text from Emily saying, "We're here. Where are you?" But however,
Yeah. And she's a tough customer. She sends a random text.
her and her tea bag,
Teabag.
tough customer there. Yeah,
That's so
I like my tea weak.
I just get picked on.
Yeah.
Are you seeing a
I
theme
squat-
here, Phil?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, poor Emily.
I couldn't possibly drink that. It's too strong.
Well,
Oh my goodness.
She's gonna get me in so much trouble later.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
left the tea bag in.
Right?
I sound like such a princess.
Could I have some honey? Oh, you don't have that?
Ugh.
Just turn it to.
Phil, they also
Sorry,
make
Emily.
fun of me because I use like natural deodorant.
Oh!
ew! Ew, her toothpaste urine.
And they call it toothpaste.
Ew!
deodorant.
Ew!
It's gross.
Yeah, it is very gross.
It's the visual that she does.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
she takes her hands and rubs her armpits, and then she smells her hands, and then she tells us about the
Ew.
I do none of those things.
You do
Yes,
all
you
of
do.
it.
All of it.
But here's the thing, Phil, we love her. And
Yes, yes, we do.
we love
It's
her.
hard not to, but I'm glad I have that little piece of information. We're going to be using that in the future for sure.
Right? Since we talk about uncomfortable visuals, so you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We'll have to. We'll experience that next time we go to the gym. See how she feels.
Nice.
I love it. That's awesome.
Terrible. Terrible.
Any Emily stories, just keep them coming.
Yeah.
I've
Yes.
got lots. I
Oh.
didn't realize how long I've known Emily now.
Yeah.
Long time.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Crazy.
There you go.
That's another podcast.
Yes.
Yeah.
Pick
Yeah.
up Emily podcast.
Yeah.
Emily.
Yes.
Yeah.
It could be a roast. You can roast.
A roast.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, my.
That would be an awesome idea.
Yeah, you should listen to the podcast we did with Neva, and you should hear her Spanish nickname. That's in there.
I forgot about
I
that.
don't know if I heard it.
Little cinnamon freckles.
Yes. No, she's not.
That sounds like one of those things on Facebook when like discover your elf name or
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Neva's
exactly.
family owns a condo. We've gone a couple times, and we were there, I think, for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and some of the staff, they know everybody really well, and so we all went out, and that became my nickname.
Little
Cinnamon
And freckles.
Is this when you guys went and played
it.
polo?
Yeah, that time. Yeah, it was good.
Well,
All right, enough
feel-
about me. Yeah. All right, Jack, we're going to shift back to questions.
just having too much fun.
All right.
Alright. Number 5. What is the most trouble you've ever been in?
The most trouble?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
If I could just pick one.
Yeah.
yeah. We don't have time for this one, but just trying to think. The one that comes to mind was, I think it's like the only time my mom's ever like screamed at me, was that she was having a garage sale, and over the last, so she had like this jar that she had all her like change in, like a pickle jar or whatever, and I got addicted to buying Star Wars cards, which is basically Pokemon cards or whatever,
Well, basically.
through my friends. And then I just remember like over the last like couple months leading up to this big garage sale my mom had, I kept on taking all the toonies and loonies out of it to go buy these Star Wars cards. And then she got to the day of the garage sale, and when she started trying to give people change, she emptied that pickle jar, and there's no these loonies left there. They're all gone.
That's awful.
That's awful.
Yeah. But so I remember she came into my room because I was like 12 or 13 at the time, I guess, and she read me out something. But so I had to pay that all back. So she figured it was a couple $100. And I always like telling this story when I moved out to my house. This is the kind of person my mom is, just for like an example. When I moved into my own place, she helped me move in, and she helped me buy my first vehicle, and she bought us a bunch of stuff for my house. And about a month and a half after I moved into my house, she sent me a bill.
What?
Oh my God.
She sent me a bill, an Excel, with the
Excel.
price of all the items, the tax, and what the totals were, and where she got everything from. Because she's an accountant, so so she
Oh,
We lost Phil.
what happened to him? Oh, well, he's still there. And when we just can't hear him.
He's probably unplugged himself.
Oh, he probably has unplugged himself.
You want to pause it?
And we're back. Okay, anyway, go on, Phil.
Well, that was it. Basically, yeah, my mom, anything she's ever bought me or I've taken from her, she's always
Kept
gotten
track
back.
of it.
Yeah,
She's very,
kept
very
tracking
good
it.
with money. So, now Neva gets to deal with me. We learned from her. So.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's no wonder then your mom was so pissed off about the pickle jar.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, no, because I have a pickle jar. And there's a lot of money in there. And if someone stole it, I'd be pissed. So,
Right?
yeah, I'm fully aware I deserve that, every ounce of it. So, I'm not. I take responsibility for what I do, but sometimes I'm not that smart either. So,
Yeah.
We've all been there.
but yeah, that's probably the biggest one I've ever.
Yeah.
That's the one that comes to mind, anyway.
All right, Mel.
So, if you won the lottery, what car would you buy?
Oh, that's funny because that's probably changed over the last little while as I get older, I think. But chances are, if I won the lottery, what I would do, I think about this like every week. So I basically sell our vehicles and buy us a newer truck but nothing fancy, just like a plain Jane truck, and then some good vehicles that'll last us a long time, and then probably save the rest. So I'd probably buy us a nice new Jetta, a Jeep for Neva, and keep a little Ford truck, and that would be that.
You're so practical.
Right?
So practical.
Well, I'd rather, and I was just telling Neva this the other day, when I had my job in Alberta and I bought a fancy new truck with all the bells and whistles and all that, and then my friend bought the same truck with none of them, 6 years later I don't use any of those things and they're out of date anyway, and we have the same truck, so I just spent a lot more for
the same thing.
Yeah,
same
yeah,
thing.
for the same
Right.
thing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So said I could have used that money to go on a vacation or invest it or
Yeah.
get something else out of it that might have been more worthwhile.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, nothing too fancy. And then
Nothing too
also,
fancy.
to be fair, a lot of my friends in Edmonton have these fancy Corvettes and stuff, so if I ever did want to go for a ride in one,
You could do that.
I could do that. Or we could go rent one, go on the NASCARs.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We're gonna keep kind of going with the theme of the past. So, what was your dream job in high school?
Oh,
Oh.
well, holy. I don't even know.
Ah.
I had no idea what I wanted to do. I know I didn't want to be an accountant. That's for sure. I'm trying to. I don't actually. I think. Oh, you know what it was? Now, going back, I wanted to be a veterinarian.
Yeah.
Is what I wanted to be. I wanted to help animals and stuff. We had cats, and we had never had dogs, but we had cats all the time growing up. And I loved all my friends had pets and everything like that. And I just wish I could have done something like that. That was probably number one for sure.
Yeah.
Because other than that, I didn't really have an idea of what I wanted to do when I was in high school. So, but that still would be an awesome job if I could ever have gotten it. But
So why do you
For sure.
have a dog now and not a cat? If you
They
had,
have cats.
oh,
I have two. Oh, well, I have one cat now. We had to put one down. But,
oh, I'm sorry, that's hard.
yeah. It's okay. He was 18, so he had a nice
Yeah,
long
he's
life. But
kind of old.
we have one. Well, we have three cats. One's mine, Hunk, and then we got a dog together because Neva wanted a coonhound. I don't know if you can hear him. He's barking right now.
No, we can't hear him.
No.
But I've always wanted a dog. I just never, because of my 12-hour shifts, I always thought it was really kind of cruel to have one sit at home all the time. So, but now that we both work shift work, he's with someone almost all the time, so it's great.
That's nice.
It's good for him anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but we're just in nose or scent work classes with him, so that's pretty
Learning
fun.
how to use his nose.
How to use his little nose, yeah.
I didn't know that existed.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's like we're basically training him to be an airport dog.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty neat actually. It's and he loves it. He's a hound,
Yeah.
so
So
that's kind of what he's built for. So,
comes
and
natural.
he just never seen him so excited. He's just so
Wow.
pumped.
I'm trying to find a picture to show them on my
Oh,
phone.
do you want me to send you one?
Sure. And then I'll show
Okay.
them.
Little Rupert.
Yes, he's pretty cute.
Rupert. Oh.
Rupert.
Rupert, yeah, it fits him. He's,
How old is he?
He is 8 months.
Oh, so he's busy. No
he's
wonder
still-
he didn't want to go to bed.
Yeah.
No, and then he's notoriously bad for getting up super early, and but he's just kind of weird. He gets up at all hours of the night. He's always jumping on the bed. He's just a naughty kid. There he is. There's him all. There we go. That's him and Sammy. Oh, actually, and Hunk. There's a bit of two cats and Rupert laying on a bed.
Okay.
There you go. Like that.
So, but we got super lucky. He's a pretty cute little guy.
Oh, yes. Oh, wow.
All right.
So he's getting pretty big now. He's about 70 pounds.
Look at
That's
that now.
big. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, all the pictures I have of him, it's him napping. So that's what you get.
Napping.
Yeah. His coloring is beautiful.
Yeah, so he's a blue tick So apparently that's their coloring.
Yeah.
I think they're a little bit. They're not as big as like the black and tans, but they're more. I think they're made for like hunting cougars and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So yeah, but I don't have a video of it, but I wish I did. Could he's got that big bay bark.
Yes.
Emily's heard it, I think.
Yep, I've heard it numerous times.
Yeah.
Numerous.
He's quite loud.
He's very loud. Yeah, when he wants to be.
Yeah.
You know, when he's
Numerous
at the dog
times.
park.
Yes, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's a good boy.
Numerous.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All the time. Especially with like squirrels. Squirrels. He just.
Oh, yeah.
Man,
Oh.
Yeah.
he thinks he's the most powerful thing in the world when he sees a squirrel.
Yeah.
He's a good boy.
All right. So sticking with high school, what was your favorite subject in high school?
Oh, math.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Oh. Gross.
I like my
Yeah, gross.
I like biology and math. Biology
Yeah.
was my favorite teacher.
Mm.
And math was by far my favorite subject. It just came easy to me.
Jack's favorite is yoga.
Yes.
Yoga?
He hates it with a burning passion.
I do.
Oh, really?
Burning passion.
Why is that?
I don't like it.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't even want to talk about it.
Yeah, that's how much I hate it.
Yeah.
I don't even want to listen to this word. Oh, that's fair.
Yeah.
I'm not much for yoga either. I'm inflexible. Very inflexible.
I think I'm flexible. I just don't have the patience for it.
Yeah.
And by
Gotcha.
I don't have the patience, I think I have ADD.
Yeah, what she's saying is she has
ADD.
Yeah. Not such a subtle way. I have ADD.
Yeah, and so I might be kind of like Rupert with a squirrel, you know? Like, what?
Yeah. Squirrel.
Yeah. So, yoga isn't my jam.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's tough, especially those long sessions, like the ones that Eva used to do, like the hour ones. Like, mine starts to wander.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
I
that's...
100% agree.
I'd rather go have a root canal.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's drastic.
Yes, I know.
Well, good. I guess that's
At least you know what you like.
Yeah, at
Right?
least you like.
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Props to your dentist, I guess.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Jack. Question 9.
That's 9. What are your top 3 places to visit? 3,
Oh.
yeah, 3.
Like three places I've been that I love the most.
It says, what is your top 3 places to visit?
Yeah, so you've been there, places you
Yeah.
want to go, or anything.
Oh,
Yeah.
So the 3 places I would say, like outside of Canada, would be Japan would be number 1, New Zealand, and then the next one me and Neva want to go to Iceland one of these days.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So New Zealand by far was my number 1 favorite place I've ever been, and then Japan was a very close second. They're amazing countries. They're so fun. New Zealand is like I kind of describe it as having all of Canada slammed into 2 small islands.
Yeah.
So you can do pretty much any. They love extreme sports, so like bungee jumping, surfing, whatever. You can do that. And plus, Jack, do you like Lord of the Rings?
Yeah.
So that's where they filmed Lord of the Rings. So we
Oh, yeah.
climbed half of Mount Doom
Cool.
when we were there, and then the airport's got like elves and stuff. We went to Hobbiton. It's a really cool place, and the Japan is just Japan. Japan is like
Japan, yeah.
they're awesome. It's so honorable there. Like everyone follows the rules. Everyone's super kind.
Yeah.
But yeah, those would be, and then Iceland. I've just heard amazing things. And seen
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
fantastic pictures. And then 4th would be my hometown, Banff.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those would be them for sure.
Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Mel's turn.
Oh,
Mel's
okay.
turn. Yeah,
Wow,
flip the
that's
page.
My ADD.
Yeah, you're
right?
ADD.
What are the most notable differences between Alberta and BC?
NBC?
Yeah.
NBC, yeah.
Well, probably number one would probably be the political atmosphere right now. Obviously,
Right?
It's not good.
Yeah.
Honestly, since I've moved here, Alberta's taken quite the downward spiral, I suppose. Like,
Yeah.
it's unfortunate to see it. And honestly, yeah, like the diversification of like the job market, I suppose. Whereas Alberta obviously is majorly oil and gas.
Major league, yeah.
Yeah, you guys have, it's a lot of tech and obviously fishing and everything in the ocean. So that would be probably the biggest thing I would notice. Like the people are all nice, like everything's the cities are similar size.
Yeah.
I know I hate Vancouver traffic.
Oh yeah. Oh, everybody does. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and, like getting around. Edmonton is like a big grid. Like it doesn't. You don't have to be especially good at anything to find your way around Edmonton.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Calgary, on the other hand.
Calgary.
Calgary's hard.
Calgary's
Calgary's hard. Edmonton is not so much.
Calgary.
So Calgary, I would say it's like you're like, I'm pretty sure if once I leave Pitt Meadows, I wouldn't find my way back.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that'd probably be the biggest thing. Like, yeah, the political atmosphere right now is just, it's hard to see what's going on in Alberta right now, to be honest.
Yeah.
Seeing that it's kind of, actually just yesterday, or a couple days ago, I saw that there's something like they're strip mining. They leased a bunch of land for strip mining in the Rockies.
Oh.
So, yeah, some sad things going on there, and especially like hedging on their bets on the oil and gas industry and going down the states, and it's not good.
Yeah.
So, among other things. But
Yeah.
as far as it's still my hometown or home province, I still love it there, but
Yeah.
it's hard seeing it kind of decline in such a way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's tough.
But,
It is tough.
yeah, but I mean, BC's been a really great place for me so far. I got to go skiing, so that's a nice similarity. So
Interesting.
But
All right.
I was just gonna say I got to go skiing in the rain, which was definitely something I've never
Ew.
That sounds like a very West Coast experience.
Yeah, West Coast experience. Yeah.
Never had that before.
No.
Lasted about 2 hours, and I came home colder than I've ever been.
Oh, I bet. Yeah, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, my husband is from Saskatoon, and he's been out here 27 years.
27
And he still can't get over the weather out here.
Yeah.
Like, we kind of get in that gray dome for weeks
dome.
end.
I know. Yeah. Perfect description. Yes.
Yeah,
of BC's weather.
I remember this one time, actually, when I first moved here, I was taking my Volkswagen for a
Volkswagen?
Yeah,
my Jetta.
Mel has a Golf.
Yeah. Shit,
I had a
Volkswagen Golf.
1999 and a half Jetta.
1999 and a half.
And I never forgot it. And I've had that car in 2001. And then I just got into a 2016 Golf this summer. So there was quite a gap between my VWs, but
2016.
I love VWs.
VWs.
They're awesome. They're just so simple. Volkswagen. They just run forever.
What year Jetta do you have?
I have a 2015.
2015, eh?
That I bought just before I came here, actually. Diesel.
Just before, wow.
Diesel.
Diesel.
Just for fuel, because I was driving so much for work, so I decided to get, and I was driving the truck, and it was just costing me way too much, so I got this thing, and I got a really good deal on it, so might as well.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
diesel. You're buying a diesel truck, yeah.
Yeah, the diesel's the best.
Yeah, diesel. Yeah.
But
diesel.
yeah, like I say, that when I took it to Haney Auto, there, I remember asking the guy. I came in September. It was probably just at the end of September. I asked him what the weather was like because I was from Alberta, and he went on a 15-minute rant about how he hates it here. And it's constantly gloomy.
Yeah,
he gets depressed.
Constantly in the wintertime.
Yeah, and that was pretty much my first interaction with anyone here. So
that
was a rough day.
He's like, welcome to BC.
Yeah.
BC weather,
BC.
BC
you'll
weather.
hate it here.
BC weather.
But other than that, like it's actually not been too bad. But I can definitely see where you guys get.
Yeah, I can see.
Get gloomy for a while.
Yeah, I can see some gray clouds up there right now.
Yeah.
I mean, other than that.
Hopefully snow later this week.
Well, yeah,
I'm
that's
excited.
that's what they're calling for. They're calling for snow all next week.
And we'll get some cute pony pics.
Yeah.
Pony pics.
Yeah.
Pony pics.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, Phil. What is the most random job you've ever had?
Random.
Oh really?
Oh really?
I had a couple random ones. I think the most random one was I was a garbage man for about 5 months.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, after I went to university for a year, didn't like it, so I took a year off, and for some reason I had it in my mind I was going to be a garbage man, so I went and got my class 3 license in my air brakes.
Wow.
And then and I got a job. Obviously, it's not hard to get a job as a garbage man for some reason.
No.
And actually, like, I think that job taught me what it was to have like an honest day's work.
Yeah.
Like you were bagged after every day. My biggest day, I remember it was the day after Canada Day, or the week after, I guess. And it was, by myself, I took to the dump 32 tons of garbage.
Whoa.
32.
Man.
Wow.
So,
32
like two
tons.
truckfuls, I guess.
2
Three,
truckfuls.
I guess
3, eh?
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That is crazy.
It's it's a really hard, it was a tough job. That was probably the most random one. Got some cool stuff.
Yeah.
People,
Throw
at
away
least
all sorts
some
of
people,
stuff.
you wouldn't expect it, but some people really treat their garbage men really well. I know I got a couple tips. If I took
Really?
random stuff, I'd give, like, one lady gave me a big box of just like free stuff.
Wow.
Some guy
Free,
gave
eh?
me a golf bag.
A golf
What?
bag.
Wow.
Yeah.
They just don't want
Yeah,
it
it was just
anymore.
like, and then I remember some guy was throwing a bunch of construction materials off, and he's just like, he just paid me an extra like $50 just to take it.
Ugh.
It was all stuff I would have had to take anyway, so I was like, okay, sure. It was
Sure,
like a tip.
Why not? Wow. Huh.
So, if you ever want to make your garbage man feel well or feel nice, especially in the summertime, give them a nice cold Gatorade.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, they love that because it's so hot, especially here. Like
Oh, yeah.
or like in Edmonton, it's not even close to as hot as it gets here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So, definitely, if you want to make them smile,
Oh,
Yeah.
nice cold.
it's very hot here. Sometimes it
Hit
reaches
Meadows.
up to 30 degrees here
Yeah.
Oh,
in the summertime.
Neva said I was talking to her on the phone before I moved here. She said it was 37.
Yes.
I almost called it off. I was like, no.
37. Yes, I remember that.
That is.
That was
That's
hot.
hot.
Yeah.
That's
I just
hot.
sat in my house with the AC blasting that day, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, and probably were still hot.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. I was like,
But
I can't wait for night to fall because it's so hot.
I know.
I know, right? Just hopefully for that sun to go down.
Yeah.
But man, yeah, it's definitely a lot hotter here.
Oh yeah.
But,
All right.
I
So,
mean,
sorry. Go ahead.
snow. Oh, I was just kidding, but no snow. So,
But
Very,
yeah,
very little.
no
A
snow.
little snow. Yeah.
Little snow. Well, it might snow this week. They're calling for it.
yeah. So a
Hopefully.
little bit of snow.
They're
We
calling
bought a
for it.
shovel this year, so we're prepared.
Well, yeah, we're prepared. Yeah.
So you've kind of talked a little bit about your current job already at the beginning, but do you want to tell us a little bit more
About your
how
current
long you've worked
job.
there?
About my current job?
Yeah, at Fortis.
Yeah, so like I already said, I'm a gas controller, so basically we monitor and control the transmission pipeline for Fortis BC. So that's basically all the high pressure pipeline that supplies all the smaller stations throughout the province. So the stuff that comes to your house would be on our distribution network. So we don't really look after that. Usually that's more the guys who the meter readers and stuff.
Oh.
But the big pipelines that get all the gas to those small stations, that's what I look after. So I'm more in control of like how much gas is coming into Vancouver or how much gas is going to Vancouver Island or throughout the interior.
Yeah.
And then also we control the compressor stations that keep the pressure and push the gas to where it needs to go.
Oh.
So
I
and
know.
then
I know
What's
you
that?
mentioned before too. It like a lot of what you do for your job depends on the weather. So can you explain that a little bit?
Oh
more?
yeah. So we have to kind of we watch the weather really carefully because depending on the temperature, what we call it's like a degree day. It's anything below 18 degrees is what they consider a degree day, and that's where people's houses and people's heating elements and stuff start to kick on, and that's where we kind of have to try and forecast how much gas is going to be used throughout the day because we have to send a forecast to Enbridge, who then has to send one to the plant so that they send the correct amount of gas down to us. So it can vary quite a bit. Like, for example, yes, this is going to be an arbitrary number, but about 1 million cubic kilometers of gas difference between like 2 degrees.
Wow.
So
That's crazy.
it's quite a bit. So, or I should say cubic meters, not cubic kilometers.
Yeah.
But about 1,000 cubic kilometers worth of gas, and it's kind of a weird number because it's hard to like equate that to anything. But
Yeah.
it's a huge amount of gas that we as a place Vancouver consumes, and then Vancouver Island as well. But
Right.
so we have to forecast that because otherwise. We have a couple of different things that we can lean on. So if we don't have enough gas for that day, so they say it's going to be like 0 degrees on tomorrow night, and it ends up being -2, we'll be short a bunch of gas. So if we don't do something about that, Enbridge could cut us off,
Oh wow.
or not have enough pressure for us to take. So what we might have to do is use some storage that we have. We have big underground storage. North in the province and then down in the States that we can pull from. And also we have liquid natural gas that we have at Tilbury Island and also at on Vancouver Island that we can use to pump into the system. So in the event of like a real bad day.
Yeah.
So so basically we're just making sure we maintain everyone's gas to their homes and to their businesses, to the different industrial sites and stuff throughout Vancouver. So
So
we
this is
monitor all that.
probably like a rant. Well, it's ignorant on my part, but how does the gas get from the mainland to the island?
To the island?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that system's kind of neat. So we have a major station down near Abbotsford, and that transfers all the gas throughout the city.
Yeah.
So we have a major pipeline that goes from there through Coquitlam and then up to, I guess it's called Eagle Mountain.
Yeah.
It's just on like north of Coquitlam, and there we have a compressor station, and then there's 3 compressors there, and then we have 2 more going around. So it actually the pipeline goes all the way up the Sunshine Coast and across Texada Island.
Oh, okay.
And then goes through one kind of leg goes to Powell River, and the other one goes over to Courtney.
Yeah.
And then it goes through Courtney, and then all the way back down to Vancouver.
Wow.
So, and then what's interesting about that pipeline is that it's actually not very big. It's only a 10-inch line. So it's not very big.
No, it's
but
not.
It's at a very high pressure.
It's
It's at
here.
2,160 psi.
Wow.
So if you think your common car tire is about 35.
Yeah.
Ew.
Ew.
That's
So-
crazy.
That's kind of terrifying.
So the deal is that it has to go all that way, and but it takes like 8 or 10 hours for it to get there.
Wow.
So if it has to be at such a high pressure, because otherwise
It wouldn't make it.
Victoria, it wouldn't make it, and Victoria would run out of gas when it, come the mornings when they pull hard, when
Right.
people are waking up and
Right.
making breakfast and having showers and stuff.
Right.
So, they have to be quite high, and that's what I was saying before about it being dangerous. So even though it's just a small line, if that was to rupture,
The pressure.
that would be a really bad day.
Yeah.
The big pressure release,
Crazy.
and more pressure, the more danger, obviously. So that's our highest pressure point in the system. Most of our other systems, like in the lower mainland, it's much lower. It's closer to 550 psi.
Yeah.
So how did you go from garbage man to this job?
So when I took my year off school, I had 2 friends who were taking a course called Power Engineering at NAIT, and they and their mom was in, and she's like, "It's a great job, you'll love it." And I was was like, I had no idea what it was. Never heard of it before, but I was like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm a garbage man right now. So what do I got? So I thought, and not that it's a bad job. I love being a garbage man, but I didn't want to do it for the rest of my life. So decided that, well, I'll give it a shot. Yeah. And she described it as like a jack of all trades. Like you learn a little bit about everything to do with like industrial stuff. So you go welding and electrical and whatnot. And then so I took that course. It was a 2-year course, and then I got a job with Shell out in Fort Saskatchewan at an upgrader, and we upgraded the bitumen from Fort McMurray into light synthetic crude for the refineries to refine. And so I was there for 12 years in the black oil unit, so what they would call the dangerous unit, the one that no one wanted to work in. And then I ended up when I moved here with Neva, I guess my experience there helped me get a job with Fortis. So it worked out really well. So, but yeah, there was definitely that my job at Shell was definitely the most technical and probably it's the most interesting. There was definitely some scary things there. Like you had to be careful. You had to be very careful around there. Yeah. So, but definitely, yeah, it was my favorite job for sure.
Wow.
But I think Neva might have messaged or talked about it in her interview with you. But it was like walking around a big hydrogen bomb.
Yeah. The hydrogen bomb, yes.
And then, but on top of that, that was about half of it, and then the other half was so toxic that if you ever had a leak or you breathed any of it in, it would just kill you instantly.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
That's scary.
It is.
It can be scary. I know I told Neva a couple of stories and she got mad at me and she didn't want me to work there anymore.
That's crazy, but you're scared of heights.
Scared of heights.
That
I'm not
job,
too scared of
fine. 12 years of that job.
Yeah, it's funny because I'd climb to the top of the reactors and I'd be much more scared about the height.
Oh,
the reactor's about 100 meters tall.
Wow.
Than what was in it. 400-degree black oil and hydrogen.
Well, necessary distraction, I guess, so that you can get the job done.
Confidence in the engineers, I suppose.
Yeah.
But no, it was a great job. Good people.
Yeah.
Good learning for sure.
Yeah.
It was definitely lots of cool things going on, and like I said, there was some compressors there, 15,000 horsepower, and we got to take those apart quite a bit. That was like my first big gig is taking apart these compressors, or helping anyway. And really, really cool seeing these gigantic machines getting taken apart.
Yeah, my son is a level 3 apprentice as a millwright.
Oh, cool.
So he, but he was interested in going back to school after he gets his red seal in millwright. He was wanting to become what kind of engineer? Not a power engineer. Is it he wanted a steam ticket or steam
ticket
engineer? Or
yeah,
something?
that's
I'm
what
thinking.
I have. It's a power engineering steam ticket, actually.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking, yeah.
It kind of sounds like hearing you talk sounds like listening to Trevor talk. So you guys probably have a lot of the same interests.
See?
Like
there it is.
Yeah. There it is. Yeah.
I'm a third class.
Listen to the podcast.
Right.
Yeah. Listen to it.
It's the only problem. I would stick with the mill writing, and at least until he's got it. It's definitely a nice thing to have. I would say out here.
Yeah.
But there's just not. The nice thing about Alberta is like all these big plants, right?
Yeah.
So out here, there's just not as not that I know of. I had a really hard time trying to find a place to work.
Somewhere to fit. Yeah.
Because
it's mostly plant-based stuff, right? Like at least like the steam ticket. That's exactly what it is. It's creating steam for, or at least our course was power generation. So these big, gas-fired plants or coal-fired. I guess not so much anymore, but so you learn a lot. That's what you learn about. But here at BC, like it's all hydro, right? So
Which
is better.
True.
So, but absolutely, like if you want to do it, like if you can find a cool a job, and it definitely helps. Like there's some really great.
It does help,
So, it doesn't hurt for sure. That's what I was hoping. I never got a chance, but I always wanted to get dual ticketed and something else too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That seems. I always tease him. I said, "Oh, that's the ticket." And he stops.
Yeah, that's the ticket.
Stop saying ticket, Mom. You know. So, well, I think it's just kind of diversifying your skill set, right? So that you don't feel stuck in one role forever. And, and I think the millwright is a very physical job, and I think he's 20, but I think he's like maybe where you were at with the garbage man thing. Like
The
this
garbage
is really hard, and I don't think he sees himself doing it at 55. Like the same physicality of the job, like so.
Yeah,
So
I know at show we didn't see many older millwrights, and the ones that were up there definitely were doing some of the lighter tasks.
Yeah, right.
Like they had just been there so long, like their seniority, so they were. But yeah, absolutely. I know, like my job was physical, but then once you get on the panel or on the board, like I am now, you're just staring at computer screens basically. Right. So, right. And then I was gonna say, I didn't know this until I started at Fortis, but it's kind of, I guess, ignorant on my part, is that transmission systems for electrical, they have control rooms, and I didn't know that for some reason.
Oh.
But so like BC Hydro's got a big somewhere, I don't know where it is, a big control room that they have to move going everywhere. So like that would be a cool job.
Yeah,
they're expensive actually.
Yeah, it is.
So is Fortis BC actually. Now I think about it, they're expensive too.
Actually, our gas bill's higher than ours. So, but yeah, no, that's good for him. I would say dual ticket all the way. I wish I had.
Yeah,
Well, it's never too late.
No, it's not.
Yeah,
no, it's never too late.
True. I've been actually tossing around that idea myself. Go back for electrical or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So, because it's always like you said, you never know what's going to happen and where the job market is going to go, or it's to make yourself more valuable.
Exactly.
Take some extra courses and stuff. So, but absolutely, if you ever wants to talk about power engineering, let me know.
Okay, I will for sure.
Or if he has some questions,
you
can always come for a little tour once COVID's done.
COVID's done,
awesome.
Oh
well,
yes.
Thanks for that.
Yeah, of course.
All right, number 13, Jack.
13.
Oh, you covered that.
Oh, did we? Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
No,
all right.
Oh, did we? Yeah.
Never mind. Number
Never mind.
13 was basically the positives and negatives about your job, but we've gone over all
But
that.
we covered that already.
All right, number 14 then.
The 14. Do you have a favorite podcast?
Do I have? Well, I feel like this one's gonna be my new favorite.
Okay.
I gotta listen to. Now you got Emily. You're gonna get Emily, and then now you're gonna get Neva. And get to listen to that one.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be sweet. The ones that I've been actually listening to lately, I just recently got into the Joe Rogan podcast, just because he's got some really strange guests.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Ologies. Emily knows Ologies.
Yeah.
Oh.
And the
Ologies is
Joe Rogan
amazing.
one, Scott listens to that nonstop.
Yeah.
Who does? Sorry.
Scott.
Oh yeah, Scott. Yeah, I can see that. And then what was the? Oh, and just because I love psychology, I'm not very good at spouting it or living it, I suppose. But I listened to this one called The Savvy Psychologist, and it's just like lots of little tips and kind of about mental illnesses and how to deal with different things in life and whatnot. So.
Cool.
Like, it's 15 minutes. Like it takes no time. It's just kind of a nice little quick kind of like summary of some things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be.
Nice.
I think those are the biggest ones. So
Yeah.
far, lately, anyway.
Yeah.
I listened to Serial. That was pretty sweet.
Oh,
I find
yeah?
more like that.
I've never listened to that one.
Yeah, me either.
You should listen to that. It's about a cold case.
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay.
like a murder, but
My favorite.
Mel's favorite.
I didn't realize until in the last probably 2 or 3 years that
2 or 3 years.
I really dig on this crime stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I got all hooked up in books
Oh,
and things
really?
like that. So that's good to know.
Oh, we got 15.
yeah, try the Serial. Actually, if you want to know, like I think Neva's got a bunch of them. But actually, Neva's got this new one. Emily might know it. It's like folklore stuff, which is kind of neat.
Oh, I don't
I
remember what
haven't
it's
listened
called
to
though.
it.
I'll have to ask.
Yeah.
It's all like I think Scottish and like Russian folklore. Scottish for sure. Anyway,
Yeah, it talks about
it's
all
really
the old,
like she
like,
listens to
folklore.
it nonstop and it's hilarious.
Wow.
But that's cool. I haven't listened to it, or I listened to it a little bit in the car with her, but
Yeah.
it's kind of.
I think she also used to listen to one called Uncovered, which I think is also like cold cases, but I think they're specific to Canada, maybe.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I'm trying to.
She told me about it a long time ago, so I'm not 100% sure. But
Oh, I don't remember her talking about that one, but I have heard of it.
yeah.
Also, there's another one that's my other friend is really big into that I want to start listening to. Is the last podcast on the left.
Oh.
And it's, they're really actually it's quite high up there, I think, in rankings, or used to be. And it's just these three guys, and they talk about like just all kinds of random like murders and like folklore and like just all kinds of different topics. And
Yeah.
apparently it's quite good, and they're very informative too. So
There you go.
anyway,
There you go.
Last podcast on the left.
Yeah, last podcast on the left.
All right.
yes,
All right.
We are good. Thanks, Phil.
Well,
that's it. Oh,
Yeah.
well, thanks, guys.
actually, 15. You put 15.
Well, he's answered it already.
Oh, has he?
Yeah.
Well, it's do you have any podcast suggestions? But yeah, he's answered already.
You're ahead of the
Yeah,
game, Phil.
That's basically it. I don't have a ton of them, so.
Yeah.
Oh, and TED Talks. I listen
Oh,
to TED
yeah.
TED
Talks
Talks?
all the time.
Actually, we actually have a fake 16, sorry.
All right.
Because have you ever heard of Melly's chicken impression?
Oh,
I haven't.
I thought I was
I almost forgot.
gonna
I almost
away
forgot.
with it. Oh,
You have to tell them why you have a chicken
yeah,
impression.
yeah, that's
why do
why.
I have this chicken
Impression.
impression? Well, you already know that I have, a lack of patience and maybe a distractibility issue. And so to manage my boredom as a child,
Boredom.
I had this long, boring summer anyways, and I spent it teaching myself how to do a chicken impression. I don't even know. That's the kind of weird kid I was, I guess. But
I
anyways.
guess.
Well, do you have any animal impressions?
No, I can't do
I
it.
think that's a good opportunity to lie.
I can't impersonate anything, honestly, but I'm looking for this chicken impression.
All
I'll
right.
give you a little taste of this chicken.
And chicken.
That's it. Totally bored child, like, honestly. And I'm like, where were my friends? And I'm like, because I was weird, probably. Didn't have any. I don't know.
Just looking at the wrong friends.
Maybe.
They didn't appreciate your chicken impression.
Right?
That's amazing.
And now here I am in the company of my best friends, so it's all good. It's all good.
Oh, I think that could be a video. That I would not even have second guessed that.
She could go viral on YouTube.
Yeah, she could go viral on YouTube.
I hear there's a dance that goes with it. Is that true?
Oh!
Emily can do that one with Jack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no doubt.
Oh, Emily.
Oh, Emily.
Don't be modest.
You sound like you know something we don't know.
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but
You've heard
full
about it.
talent.
You heard of it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
All right, Jack, we'll wrap it
wow,
up.
that was an excellent chicken impression.
Yes.
Well, thank you very much.
If I come up with one, I'll let you guys know.
We could just do a whole animal impression
Yeah.
podcast.
Animal impression
Yeah.
A
podcast.
little farm podcast.
Yeah, well, Jack does the one just by accident. Then.
Yeah.
What is it?
A pig.
A pig.
Barnyard pig.
Yeah.
But it's spontaneous. He can't control it.
Well, I'm gonna find it real quick. It's in
Well, let's wrap this up first so that
Okay.
Yeah, poor Phil's probably dying
Yeah.
to go to bed.
Oh.
Right?
Actually, I'm doing pretty good right now.
Yeah.
It's all that coffee.
question-
That it's all
Yeah.
that coffee.
Yeah, the coffee and the questions. The questions help. Got me thinking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well.
Well, thanks for having me, Jack.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for listening.
Absolutely. I'll be
And-
listening to this podcast from now on. I'm excited. This is sweet.
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Nice to meet you, Phil.
Yes.
Yeah, it was nice to meet you.
Nice to meet
Phil.
you.
Nice to meet you, Jack.
And I will,
Emily.
yes. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.